Hello. Hello. I've just literally thought I'd record a little video without knowing what I'm going to talk about. That's maybe just been running up a hill. Yeah, just been having a little run. So definitely got a bit more energy there. Yeah. Hope everyone's doing alright. I'm not doing too bad. It's gone a little bit overcast and yucky here in England. That's weird. Yeah, anyway. Right. Yeah. So, I've not given in to the temptations of big time cooked food. Just had those eggs yesterday again, and feel like the energy is coming back again now. So that's really cool. Surprising how little you need, you know, to actually get some life in you. I thought I might say a little bit about the vibration of some of these foods and that. I'll have to get somewhere a little bit less windy actually again as I do that. Actually, maybe I will go around here. I'll just sit down here a minute. Just wanted to give you good views. Anyway, yeah, so the vibration of foods. Yeah, so it's become evident to me that what we put in our system, smoking, weed, alcohol, whatever people have, food, probably even the chemicals and stuff that we put on our bodies when we shower and shampoo and all that stuff is affecting our systems. And I do think that there are ways to bring in your soul energy, the truth of who you are, and I think that that truth, once this system and this body cleansed and clear, depending on who you are and whatever that is, you know, everyone's organs and body reacts differently. If you weaken an organ, or you make the organ too heavy, or what I was basically going to say is that we became aware that there's energies, parasitic energies in the astral realm. And I think a lot of people are becoming aware of that now, you know. All over YouTube you're seeing people become aware of it, you know, spirit, dark entities, whatever you want to call them, you know, just life forces really, you know, that feed off the energy of humans. Now it seems to me that those energies, when we put certain foods in our body, or when we cook foods, or, you know, eat things that are burnt, whatever, all that stuff changes the vibration of our body, and many of the foods allow a portal, or they resonate, so to speak, with other energies in the astral. My girlfriend, she just had a little try out with some cooked food and had a nice melting pot of some different foods, you know. We don't usually do cooked food, you know, and she had a go at that thinking it would help her get over her illness, you know. She's just got a flu and that at the moment, a little bit of a cold. And what we found is increased psychic activity again. I don't think most people realise that the psychic stuff's happening, you know. Once you actually realise that there are other energies there, those energies get a little bit, I say, annoyed and want to try and stop each of you seeing what's truly going on, you know. So if things are being hidden, things being hidden is a great example of this stuff. You know, when you hide things from someone else and you go in the kitchen and you get some of whatever and you put extra salt on, extra sugar, you know, and you don't want anyone to see that you're doing it, you know. It's not just your shadow a lot of the time, you know. There are other energies that want to keep the addiction that they're using your body for, they want to keep that hidden so no one sees that you've got a problem. This is why it's the same with abusive relationships, alcoholics, you know, the energy's there, they want to make sure that nobody around who loves you, you know, who will help you out of this situation, you know. So anyway, so she had that cooked stuff, and people think you're stupid when you say stuff, and you're not stupid, you know. It's real stuff that's going on. Her stomach was weakened, you know, and she feels heavy, and I could see her pulled down into a lower astral realm, and it's like she was slightly more grounded in a way, but you don't need to cook your food to ground it, and you can eat simple things that ground you, you know. You don't have to have a big fry-up or whatever, you know. But her energy was lower, and she was more connected to this astral realm, and I could sense the other energies coming in, and so could she, you know. So what we're talking about is that what we're putting in our body is essentially allowing, through its resonation, through things that I don't quite understand yet, you know, is allowing a doorway for these other energies to come in. So this is why there's so much addiction to cooked food on the planet, you know, because it's an alteration of how the energy naturally is. When I was sensing out the other energies, and I did feel it was reptilian sort of energy, and that was around, you know, those energies do not like the life force in the food, you know, the natural life force in the food. So it appeared to me that those energies find normal food that is raw almost sort of unbearable. You know, the life in it is, they need stuff to be cooked. They need this cooking to break that down, you know. So of course there is life force in cooked food, we know that, you know. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying is that the highest energy within the food is pushed out when it's adulterated like that, you know. I mean, I don't understand the answer, so, you know, it's worth trying this stuff out yourself. Actually, I don't know why I've got this camera on dual view here, because there's nothing to really see behind me. But anyway, so that's what we've learned. I'm sure some other people may have experience of this as well, you know, that this is happening. And of course, most people will just have it with... sorry, I'm getting distraction here. Someone's trying to send me a message. Most people have it just with the manufactured foods, you know, and find that those things make you feel sluggish and blah, blah, blah. But we don't sense the other beings that are behind, the addicts, which are parasitic energies in the astral realm, who are addicts, who use our bodies and our addictions to get a fix. There's not enough understanding as to how they get a fix through this, you know. The addicts want their food, you know. But maybe it's the taste of something, it's a sensation, or whatever it is, we don't know yet. But we know that they like to weaken the human species, which is why we have so many gut problems, cancer, blah, 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 and all that stuff, you know. So there's people who really understand about the raw food and it helping you and helping your emotional centres, your body, your mind, but a lot of people don't understand about the effects on other parasitic entities in the astral realm or wherever they exist, you know. And so that's the dodgy topic which me and Katie will be trying to cover at times. Because what's essentially happening is, as we're lowering almost into this more congealed realm, this addict sort of realm, you know, as we lower into that addict realm, that's not being grounded, that's being addicted, you know. But when we lower into that realm, our energetic vibration, the way we feel and everything gets shifted. This is why a lot of people are feeling the apathy, you know, like, oh, well, we can't change anything, you know, it's just as it is. Because really they don't realise it, but they're subject to the effect of these entities, and the entities are so close and so affecting them that they feel powerless. That's what it's about powerlessness. So if you can break your addictions, you become free of that, and then you feel empowered, and you feel more like you have a soul in your spirit, because the spirit comes back into your body rather than these other energies who are addicts being there, you know. So it all sounds a little bit nuts, you know, to begin with, until you try this out, you know, and figure it out for yourself. Is this guy nuts, or is he, or is what he's saying got some kind of sort of sensibility to it or not, you know? I'm just going to get somewhere else and see what's around. get off this big windy hill. It's gone really, really dark and it's probably going to rain in a minute. I thought I'd better do a video. So we've been aware of this stuff happening for about, I don't know, 6 or 7 years, but we thought that most of the stuff that was going on all the time was 100% ours, you know. In other words, we didn't realise that not everything that we experience of a negative nature was due to our own pain or our own trauma, you know. And there's so much debate about all this stuff, you know. There's so much, you know, it's all your ego, it's your own ego, all this stuff, you know. And, you know, I'm not really here to argue a point. So, you know, and don't believe what I say, just believe what you've experienced, you know. But yeah, let's get out of this cold bit a minute. From what I'm aware of is that the ego has been developed. So, in other words, it's not a part of ourselves. We do have a part that's our own, but this was forged, e.g. through manipulation done towards us and our inner child growing up. Which basically means that we were slowly manipulated into being being selfish, being egotistical, being whatever, you know, being pulled by these emotions and these lower feelings and stuff. You know, it's been a gradual thing done on humanity. We would naturally be much more able to break free of all these things, addictions, emotional dramas, all that stuff. You know, all that stuff has been slowly done to weaken us. Interesting. That looks really rubbish, that other screen, doesn't it? I'm not going to start a new video because it's easier just to upload one big video to YouTube. So yeah. So anyway, so when she ate this cooked food and that, and I felt the astral energy again, I just thought, no, I'm not doing this. You know, like, it's really put me off actually eating cooked food. I'm only going to have anything when it's like really, really needed, you know. E.g. like you have to cook some eggs sort of thing. Although you can eat eggs raw. When I said that just then, I said about, you know, wanting to stay raw, I just saw a spirit light. Which is actually confirmation from spirit saying that, yeah, you know, you're spot on with that, mate. So that's good. It's good to know. Yeah. So, what else can I say? So I feel like for thousands and thousands of years, just, I don't know how long, you know, but these energies have been affecting and manipulating humankind. And I know it's really hard to kind of let that in, you know, and I still find it really hard to let it in as well. Because they really want us to take responsibility for everything. You know, they really want it to be that it's all, I mean, it is partly our fault, you know, because we allow them in through our choices, you know. And we do have a certain amount of free will, for sure. You know, we definitely have free will. But when an energy is taking over your body, in what you'd call chronic spirit possession, you know, which does happen, but not as often, then, you know, the free will this person has is to find out, to realise how the other energy is getting in. You know, if an energy is taking over your body, then how much free will is left, you know, in someone who's really like a heroin addict and they're completely caught on drugging their entire system, so they're pulled down into a darker realm of existence where there's many, many demonic and dark energies that are entering into their body. You know, how much power are they having over their self, you know what I mean? You know. And I know we do have our darker aspects of us, you know, we have parts of us which are unhappy in our shadow, you know, parts of us that didn't get what they needed as a child. But I know that all those things were developed as the energies worked through our parents to forge those parts within us, to cause those hurts within us, to put those patterns within us. You know, the pattern of don't be like that, you know, that's big-headed, or don't, you know, don't speak your mind because people won't like you. All these patterns and things through our childhood, you know. All those things are there to have pulled us back from being our full potential and truly letting go and being the spirit, the vibrant soul that we are, you know. So I'm not saying it's all doom and gloom, because there are parts of us, there are energies around who have our best interest at heart. There are energies who want to see us fail. There are energies who want to see us, you know, succeed in life, you know. And we've sensed those energies around, of course. Many of us know they're around, our ancestors. I feel like when I'm in nature, nature's energy is protective and the ancestors come forward more. So this protective energy of nature is very, 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 very important, very valuable, this nature energy. And it protects us from these darker beings. And that is why they've led us out of the Garden of Eden. The Garden of Eden is basically, we're in it. You know, it's just like the towns and the cities and the high pressure and all the stuff. All of that is total bollocks. It's scripted reality that should not be here, you know. And I don't care about all the, you know, yeah, but we need to work. Yeah, we would be working. Yeah, we'd be working on the land, getting our food and that. It's not like we wouldn't be working. But there has been many, many distractions and many lies put out there to pull us off, to take us away from our true path to freedom, you know. I mean, how many of us could actually hear our own voice, our own higher self voice saying the things we need to do to move forward to freedom, you know, and actually follow that voice properly? I mean, there's so many people who don't even know where they are in life, you know, and don't know what they're doing. They just feel like they're just getting on and just, you know, day by day. Well, you've just got to get on with it. Oh, well, big sighs, you know, and stuff like that. It's showing that our society and our people are lost. And, like, this is the time to help us wake up, you know. And this is why I did all this stuff of cleansing my system. It's worth it, you know, I'm here to say it's bloody worth it. It really is. It's absolutely 100% worth it. And I do feel like we're living in a world of illusions. And what that means is that on this planet, outside of the sacred natural energies which are here to protect and help us be our, you know, fulfillment, there's a lot of other energy and illusion and dangling of carrots designed to make us go down paths which don't lead us to our full potential, you know. And it's learning what is the illusionary and what is the true paths for us. In every moment, in every day, we have a choice. We have many choices all day, and each of those choices lead to freedom or further slavery, or further, you know, further going round the same pattern again and getting caught in this loop, this cycle. You know, we didn't come here on Earth to just stay in this little loop round and round. Like me, for instance, for years, you know, just staying in, doing the same thing, turning the computer on at 5 in the morning and going to sleep at 5 in the morning and sleeping through the day, you know. That's how it used to be for me, you know, and I was round and round in that destructive pattern. You know, humans, the spirit of a human wants to be free. The spirit of a human doesn't like patterns unless they lead to health and well-being, you know. Humans need and want a certain level of change and a certain level of comfort, but many of us are being played on with our need for comfort. Many of us are being led into the materialism and all that for comfort. And there's nothing wrong with materialism, it's just that it's gone stupid. It's gone totally stupid to where we need to upgrade our TV every like 5 months or something, you know, and we're obsessed with specifications like me with getting a new phone. I think it's getting a bit dark now. Sorry people, just thought I'd better speak while I've actually got some energy. Right. Oh, that's interesting. I've just gone on the other side. Yeah. Sorry. Okay, right, let's just sort this out a minute. I'm pretty new to this camera. Right, that's better. Hey. So, some of this stuff may appear sort of negative, you know. But really, we need to be able to look at the things which appear or seem dark, and we need to be alright with them, because if we're avoiding anything and we find it difficult to go there, then there's some trigger, there's some issue there, you know. Right, so I think I've probably said as much as I need to say. Look at me walking backwards and forwards. It started raining. Hello, beautiful world. Yes, so I'm really hoping things start changing now for people. But I do feel like my mission here is to help people become aware of this influence, these agendas and these energies which I can see and sense various times around me, you know. My mum keeps sending me a text and it's like it's just continuously beeping all the time. Oh well. Not sure what else to say now really, but yeah, so I just really have sensed that if we can heal this stuff and we can realise what is us and what is these other energies, and we can stop feeding them, because that's the thing, we're feeding these other the whole industry, you know, the whole industry of, you know, food and all that, and why it's so nuts is because we're feeding other energies, other spirits, you know, we're feeding the parasites in our body as well, you know. So we're feeding all that stuff, and that is lowering our awareness. And basically the whole industry is feeding other energies, whether you call it parasites in the body, whether you call it spirits or whatever. The whole industry isn't to feed the human civilization and the human being and its spirit and its fulfillment and its needs. You know, our needs are filled with food. We don't need massive amounts of food, and we certainly don't need all the additives and all the rubbish in there to be fulfilled, you know. We're feeding these other energies, and it's a whole industry like that because of the other energies. Once we can heal this and understand this, we will realise, I mean, it's our shadow as well, our suppressed hurts as well, because obviously if I think about this, like in my life, if I didn't get the things I need growing up, then I'm going to have that feeling inside me, you know, that there's always something that I want, you know, because, or say I'm still jealous of other people, I'm going to be like, well, I want all this, you know, because I'm jealous of other people. So I'll explain more about the shadow at some time, or you can check it out online. There's lots of info about that out there. Look at that. It's all gone a bit yucky. There's the house. Okay. Okay, I think that's all I need to say for now. So, cheers. I hope everyone's doing alright. And let's march on and try and help this people of this planet find out who and what they are. Cheers.